guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Punzo, and if you're new here, welcome.
Perfect.
On today's topic, I guess, so I just wanted to do a sit down. I've not posted it in I think it's been a month and a half or so. And so I was like, okay, let me just get back into it. I can procrastinate all I want, but I need to get back into the swing of things. So yeah, anyway, I come back to you with back pain, groin pain, and just full on body pain. But you know what? We move. Because if I don't do this today, I ain't gonna do it. In any case, guys, how are you? I'm back. I'm here. And so let's just get into it. So the topic of the day, which will already be probably on the screen, is just going to be like women, or just shaming of what other people do, or women's bodies, or how we do things, or how we choose to do things. So in this instance, now this thing was like on my brain. I think I saw it last week, and it was a TikTok. So this was a TikTok of so this was a stitch from somebody else, like in the first one, who was asking like questions about like wiping in the toilet after you do number one or number two, for women in any case. The whole thing of wiping like your body, right? Because we all know the whole thing of like when people tell you must wipe from the front to the back, like in the long way, right? So that's the one that most people, I guess, were taught or something or whatever. So like and there was a person who was plus size, right? And they were talking about how they wipe in basically in sections, right? They wipe the front and then they wipe the back, because that's how they do it, and that's how the person was saying what they were saying. And then you had this woman, she was skinny, and then skinny long arms decided to just be like, okay, listen, this is how I do it, one hand on this side. Like basically, if you are thin or maybe of average size, what she was showing you, if it is comfortable and you can do it and you have no issues whatsoever with mobility or anything of the kind, or you don't have any hindrance, it is fine. It is perfectly fine for you to do. But the thing that kind of like annoyed me was going into the comment section, and then some people who were like plus size were telling them like, listen, I'm not using the same toilet paper, of course, but I'm gonna wipe my front region, be done with it, wipe the back part, be done with it. None of these two sections get together. And I was like, yeah, that's what I've done because I've been fat practically all my life. And my arms, they're literally not that long. They are not long. And the whole gymnastic thing, that one will not end well. That one was not gonna end well for me in particular. So for me, I wipe in the region of like, we section them off. We never go to the side where my I don't know how do you say it so that you're not it's not offensive, but it's YouTube friendly. Your honeycomb, I don't know, is that, can you say that? Yeah, whatever, the front section does not get touched with any poo-poo, and the back section stays on its own, right? So then, like, she was being told that, and she just kept on, her and some of her followers or whoever those people were in the comment section, right? Because I feel like the way she was shaming, even the way that the other bigger, the plus size woman was talking, was more of like, since the woman was also white, it is easier for you to say you're making fun of white people for their hygiene than for you to just say you are shaming somebody because they cannot do something the way you do it, right? Because my biggest thing with that was also coming up to the fact that, listen, the way that she was talking about the plus size lady, right, and talking about how you do it, right, for people who might have arthritis, for people who have who are disabled, for people who are plus size, that one is much easier to do because you can reach both areas without hurting yourself. But the other one, if you're skinny, you're able to do it, you have no hindrance whatsoever, it is easy for you to do. and by all means do that. And then you had some people go like, oh, you're moving around with cacao on your, and I was like, no, how do you not know if you have wiped enough, if you have wiped your ass enough? Like, they didn't say they don't wipe their butts. It just said, I'm not wiping it the way you are wiping it. I'm not wiping my body the way you are wiping it. Just say, I do not understand. Instead of you to come and go like, haha, this is the only way I do something. How about you understand, you show some understanding, and if you don't know, you shut up. Like, it's simple. It's like, it's that simple. Because, like, you know, like, I used to, like, when you were online and you'll see a lot of, like, there's this other lady who is a disabled lady, disabled and plus size, and she was talking about like how like the ableist world and how people never really take into account people that have like either chronic illnesses, disabilities, or any other mobility problems, right? And you have a whole bunch of people who, I don't know if you can call it ignorance, or if you can call it just being ableist, or if you can just call it just stupidity, sheer stupidity, right? And ignorance, right? I don't know, like, I don't know how you can actually even, I don't know if there's another way I can basically expand on it, because I was just like I feel like as a person who identifies as female gets judged for how we want to birth children, if you don't want to birth children, how you treat your body, what to do with your body, or anything that has to do with me. Apparently I don't have the right to make those choices for myself, and you have the whole world trying to shame you for anything that you do. And my thing is like, because in the comment section of that same video, you had people going like, oh, so you just get infections. So I was like, listen, I've used that method my whole life and I've not gotten an infection. So quite clearly, I am clean. Are you? Because I'm just here, just like not understanding, like where, just, you know, this was my problem when I saw like when people talk about like just one way of doing things. It's like the same way you see certain videos of like you see somebody who is maybe like, let's say, from an African region or a Caribbean region or any of those portions in the world, when you're cooking rice, there's different types of rice and everything, and we all prepare it differently in different regions across the world. But you will find an Asian creator coming into that person who like for instance, I think the one that I saw was an African person like cooking their food, and they were cooking like their rice the way they want to cook it. And then you had this Asian creator come in, go like, no, that's not how that is done, that's not how rice is cooked, that's not. But I was like, no, in your region, in your specific country, that's how it's done. But in that person's region, in their specific country, in their own homes, that is how it's done. How do you sit down when we have so many cuisines and so many ways of cooking things? Instead of you to learn, you said, no, I'm just gonna say you're wrong because it's not the way we've done it. And I'm like, excuse you, because you don't have one way of doing something. And this also comes into like cleaning up, because I saw another comment section on that same video saying like, oh, so how do you wash your ass? I'm like, do you remember when you say you're cleaning section by section? I can reach this portion of the front and I can reach the portion of the back. What I cannot do is reach for them both at the same time. That's it. That's what the concern is. But instead of the person to acknowledge the fact that what they said and what they did in that video was not the only way to do something, and then somebody saying something else does not mean it is wrong or that they're doing it the wrong way. It is just something you do not know. Like, can we just agree to that? Because I think maybe some of these people is just literally because doctors just tell them like, this is the only way that you're gonna do it, and that's it. And you're like, listen, you looked at me, you looked at my physiology, you looked at everything, and you know that I cannot do that, but you're still telling me. I was like, because I remember, like, you know, when you're going to the doctors and they're like, yeah, you went back to further. I was like, okay, thank you. I know that I'm not gonna take my poo and smash it on my vulva. I know I'm not gonna do that shit, but I also know that I will not be able to go from the top of my vulva to the back of my anus. Is not a thing. My hands cannot reach that direction. But you know what I can do? You know, between your VJ, right? and your VJJ and your anus, there is this particular point in the middle. All you gotta do is to make sure that if you also, you realize if I'm wiping the poo side, right? I am not going this direction, taking it to the front. It is from that little almost lining in there, and you're going backwards. And even in the front, you are also wiping, and you're leaving. You're making sure that that thing never reaches the other side. And that's about it. I'm too graphic, and I'm getting too personal, and this is too. But that thing just annoyed me so much with how much shaming was going on in that comment section. And I somehow wish I had saved that video, but if I do find it, I'm gonna definitely attach the comments that they were saying on the screen. But like when I saw that video, like I was like, like that thing actually stayed within me, and I was so disappointed and angry. And I was just like, I can't believe that we still have this thing where, like, instead of agreeing to the fact that you might not know something, you might not understand something, and maybe ask questions, no. Instead of you to do that, now is to attack somebody and to say, no, I know better, and this is the only way, and then using the guise of let's make fun of white people. But that what that woman was saying was not only done by white people, but is also done by other people, which is like something I feel like I have seen, like with the it's more so in the American media, to be quite honest, like in the American TikTok sphere of it, where there is a lot of this thing of like a lot of celebrities or people have been talking about like their hygiene and stuff like that, which people are like, oh my god, they're just talking about it, we never ask. But like, yes, you do ask those questions. You people are asking those questions, and people are answering honestly, and then after they answer honestly, you want to shame them, and then you, because you people have decided that you're going to agree that you're going to shame people who, to be quite honest, right, you're shaming people who, yes, there is, I'm not saying that, I'm saying racism is not there, discrimination is not there, and all of these things are not there. But for me, it turns into bullying when you're doing it to somebody who has never been racist, homophobic, hateful, or any of that did, and any of those things. The only crime that they have is the fact that they are white. And then that is the only reason why you think it's okay to bully somebody, because they do something or they've been doing something that maybe you do not agree with. There's a lot of things that we do in our community as well as black people that it was not okay, and we had to unlearn some of it, including when it came to even when it came to hygiene. There's things that we started learning that this was not actually good for your body. And of course there's gonna be some people who still go like, no, that is not how it is. But like that is not how it's done. This is still the way it is done, because this is whomever. Listen, some of us were being put into like the Dettol bleach, the bleach bath. I am not saying that is, I don't know whether it was wrong or right, but we were washed with that thing, and that thing is literally just for I think it's an antiseptic or something. I don't know what you call it, but like it's for like if there's a wound or something, you use that to like clean the wound. It's even written on the bottle. You're not supposed to put it into your bath water, but we did it. That it does not make it right. And I'm just here going like, you realize it doesn't mean everything you do in your life is correct. Now, I'm not saying that I'm standing up for who or not standing up for who, but like, to be quite honest, I do feel like we're taking it too far. And just because you have 50,000 people agreeing with you on being hateful and bullying doesn't mean you're right or correct. I'm just saying, don't be so loud and incorrect at the same time. I'm just saying. But that's just a personal opinion. I mean, you have yours. You could disagree with me. You can leave it in the comment section, and then we have a discussion about it. This was just my opinion. It was just something that was like irritating me and bothering me, and it's been on my mind. And I was like, I don't like the fact that it felt like you're somebody who also felt like it was ableist, like it was like being ableist or anything like that. And the comment section was just disgusting, and I was just like, it's distasteful, and maybe you should listen to other people when they're trying to correct you, instead of being defensive and making fun of them and then acting a damn fool. That's the only thing that I was like, maybe just look into yourself and why you needed to deprecate somebody else like that. And they were just giving their honest statement, and you could have just given yours without attacking them, or you could have made your own content at that point in time and then said, oh, this is how I do it. But it don't mean just because you do it and it's correct. I'm just saying. In any any case, that was just my opinion. That was what's bothering me. The next video is also gonna be something about that trended on, this one was on Twitter, but it also kind of bothered me because it was shaming women yet again. So in any case, that is the end of this video. Thank you for watching. Leave any of your opinions down in the comment section. Like the video if you actually enjoyed this content, and of course watch my other videos as well. Hey, we also have cooking videos on this channel. You can go watch some of those. And guys, thank you for watching, and until next time, bye.